So today I'm going to walk you through a full guide of the Litter-Robot Evo. I'm going to talk about all of the benefits of this litter robot, but I'm also going to talk about how you could get it set up and how you could get started with it and how to acclimate your cat. Let's get right into it and let's check out the Litter-Robot Evo. So a lot of you may already know this, but my YouTube channel, it is normally about Android phones and Android tablets because that is a deep passion of mine. But another passion I have is my family. So that's why I'm talking about things like the Litter-Robot 5 or the Litter-Robot Evo. It's because I care so much about my family, and my pets, they are a part of my family too. Now, a lot of you know what it's like to go down the stairs and trudge down to the basement and scoop out that nasty, stinky litter. Or maybe you know what it's like if you have it in your room and it's just stinking up your room every day, and it's just so annoying to have to deal with that for 5 or 10 minutes a day, and it really can be frustrating. But that's why I love what Whisker is providing here, and that's why they are a sponsor to this video, because they provide products that make your life so much easier with the Litter-Robot 5, the Litter-Robot 5 Pro, or the Litter-Robot Evo. This is a more streamlined product we're talking about today. It is meant to really help you out with the basics with your cat to make sure that nasty, stinky mess that your cat leaves, what it does, it sifts it to a trash bag at the bottom of your litter box, and it brings the good litter back so your cat can go to the bathroom and go in a clean environment, and you don't have to deal with scooping every single day. Instead, you just have to take the trash bag out roughly once a week for me, but it will be different for every person. The point is, it's so much better than having to deal with a normal litter box. So that's why I love the Litter-Robot Evo and really all the products that Whisker has released recently. So the main thing you need to know about the Litter-Robot Evo, or honestly, just the litter robots as a whole from Whisker, these products, what they do is they use normal clumping litter. You could actually buy some clumping litter online. You could even go to a store. Of course, Whisker does sell some premium stuff that you could buy from them. But once you use your clumping litter, you fill it up to the fill line on the inside of the litter robot. And it's really cool how it takes all that good litter and it puts it to the side. It notices your cat goes into the litter box, it gives it a little bit of time for that litter to clump up, and then it takes all that bad litter, puts it in a trash bag, and it puts the good litter back. So you save money on litter cost, and also you don't have to have your house stinking up all day long waiting for you to come scoop it. Instead, it takes care of all the hard stuff for you. That is a massive deal, and I can't say how much peace of mind it would give you to make sure that your cat can go to the bathroom in a clean environment every week, and also that you can have a nicer smelling house. You don't have to deal with that litter just sitting there all day. No matter what litter robot you're looking at, they have multiple options, with the Litter-Robot Evo being the streamlined version, or you could go all the way up to the Litter-Robot 5 Pro. You could get some extra features if you decide to get some of those, but the Litter-Robot Evo is going to be great for 1 to 2 cats, and it is very good at the basics. It's going to make sure to get rid of that nasty mess for you so that you could have a nicer house that doesn't smell as bad. It's going to be a good option. Now, if you are looking to get one and you're looking to get it set up, you might be wondering what that's going to be like. I do know whenever you get yours in the mail, you are going to receive yours with an actual guide. It's going to come with a getting started guide. You could also just go to the Whisker app itself, and whenever you log in or create an account, you're going to be able to get started there as well by adding a new litter box, and it will walk you through all of the steps to add your Litter-Robot Evo. Again, this does connect to Wi-Fi, and it does actually show you various things through the Whisker app. So the first step will be to download that Whisker app, and of course you want to plug in the litter robot into the wall. That is very important. Now, you could add litter whenever you choose. You could add it now or add it a little bit later, but you want to make sure to add it to the fill line. There is a line around the circle that you'll be able to pretty clearly see, and you just add your litter up to that line. Now, I do also need to mention there is a compartment for the trash, and you do do want to make sure that you have a trash bag in there, of course, to catch the litter. Now, Whisker does have bags that just fit this absolutely perfectly. They do sell those on their website, and the litter box will come with a few of those right away. But you could also use some normal trash bags that you use in your home, and those will also work just fine in this trash compartment. Now, to get everything going, you're really going to need to hold that connections button or that Wi-Fi button for 3 seconds. So you will see that on the bottom right-hand side of your Litter-Robot Evo. And that is going to allow you, of course, to get it paired up. Now, whenever you go through the Whisker app, it's going to walk you through all of these things anyway, just making sure the lights are showing up correctly. You will have to enter in your Wi-Fi password and your Wi-Fi information as well. So once you're paired up, you really just need to figure out where you're going to put it. And that is a very important decision. This is actually a little more compact in some ways, but I will say there are a lot of built-in things with this litter box to make sure that you don't have to deal with all the nasty, stinky smells. They do have filters that are there, so there are a lot of things that are built into the litter box and little seals and everything that keep those odors at bay. So it's not going to smell bad if you put it upstairs because it's going to sift out all that nasty stuff and get rid of it in just a few minutes after your cat is done. So there are definitely some good options, but you just want to place it somewhere that you want to, of course. Place it somewhere that your cats might be used to. You get it plugged in and it's going to be ready to go. Now, there are a few buttons you need to be aware of on this Litter-Robot Evo. Of course, you have the power button, which would turn it on. And now with this Litter-Robot Evo, it's nice that we have this little LCD screen. Now, technically, it's a smaller screen on the bottom right-hand side. If you want a larger screen on the top, I know you could get that on the Litter-Robot 5 or the Litter-Robot 5 Pro. But still, this screen will actually give you all the information you need. The button with 2 different arrows that are going in a circle, that is going to be the cycle button. You just press that if you manually want to cycle the litter robot. For whatever reason, you might decide you want to cycle it. Maybe there was something that you missed, or maybe you just want to make sure that you get that extra cycle. Normally, it's going to do that automatically. You're not going to have to worry about that. When your cat goes into the litter box, it's going to sense that they're doing their business, and once they leave the litter box, it will give it a few minutes before it cycles, and it's going to do it automatically. So you're not going to have to press that button every single time. But if you decide to manually cycle it, there is that button there just in case you choose to use it. You also have that X button, and that X button is just a reset button to reset everything. So maybe you started a cycle and you want to reset it and not do that cycle. You could press the reset button. Or maybe you decided to empty the litter robot and you don't want to empty it. Again, you could just reset it to put it back to normal before it empties. Or another thing you could do, again, is just reset the litter box whenever you add litter in, just so it knows that no, it's not a cat entering the litter box, I'm just adding a little bit of litter. That is a good option for you, so I would recommend just keeping in mind this reset button is very important for adding in litter or for resetting things if you need to. Now, the last button you're going to see is that Wi-Fi button. So that is going to be for connecting your litter robot to Wi-Fi and getting that process started. So you might be wondering where the empty button is. How do I get rid of all the litter? Maybe you're someone who wants to clean out your litter. Sometimes people do that like once a month, or they like to do that every once in a while. Depending on how many cats you have, you might want to empty all of the litter out and put all new fresh litter in. So if you're wanting to do that, and if you're wanting to empty out all of the litter, all you have to do is just hold that cycle button for 3 seconds. And that will take care of it, and it will start emptying out, and it will say the word emptying on that screen. And it will come back with very little litter, right? Almost all of it's going to be in that trash bag. And then you could just add some extra litter on top of it. It's also good to empty out the litter box if you choose to clean this, because you can actually take out the globe and clean it outside with a hose. That is an option. But if you decide to take off the side panel, you can pick up this globe and you can bring it to go clean it. So I do have a video here showing the Litter-Robot 4. That is actually me cleaning out the Litter-Robot 4 that I've used in the past. And it's going to be a very similar process to clean the Litter-Robot Evo. You could always just take it out very easily, easily, and then you could hose it down and you could wipe it down with a towel. Outside of that, adding litter every once in a while, you could go into the Whisker app and check on your cat and get a lot of useful stats there. So this product is pretty simple, but it's also amazing how much easier it really makes your life. Now, if you are wondering about different tips on how to acclimate your cat, don't worry, Whisker does have tips for you. You could actually look in the description of this video, and I will have a link to some tips from Whisker on how to acclimate your cat to using this. But you do need to know that most cats, they automatically acclimate to this litter robot without any issue, and you could just turn it on and use it, and once you put your cats in it a few times, they'll probably just start using it right away. But if you are someone that needs some extra tips, Whisker does share a lot of those helpful tips. For example, you could turn the litter robot off. You could put your old litter box right next to the litter robot. It's always good to reward your cat whenever they do good things. So whenever they use the litter robot or whenever they just play around with it, rewarding them would actually help them get used to it and start to like it a little more. Now, there are other tips to acclimate your cat, but I don't think most of you are going to need them. But if you do, again, they're in the description. But man, my cats personally, all of my cats, from the Litter-Robot 3, the Litter-Robot 4, the Litter-Robot 5, I've had several cats in my home over time. We had some older cats when we had the Litter-Robot 3, and then with the Litter-Robot 4 and the Litter-Robot 5, all of our cats over time have adjusted absolutely no problem. And don't worry if you have a young, curious cat like mine. My cat kept jumping into the litter robot even when it was trying to cycle, and that's why you want to buy an automatic litter box from a reputable company like Whisker. And not just any company on the internet, because this does have all types of sensors in it, of course, so it can make sure to actually stop cycling whenever your cat jumps in. So if your cat is very, very curious and silly and just jumping in the litter robot at all types of different times, you can be assured that your cat is safe, and it's safe to just jump around and mess around in the litter robot, and once it gets out, it will wait a little bit of time and then it will start cycling again. So overall, I love the Litter-Robot Evo. I think it's great for families with 1 to 2 cats, and I do think it's going to make your life a whole lot easier. And I'm glad Whisker is providing options for people at various price ranges to make sure that they could find the right litter robot for you. But either way, I don't know about you, but I'm tired of scooping, and that's why this video is a big deal to me. That's why Whisker is a big deal to me, because even before I was actually doing big content creation, I was buying these products with my own money, using them, proud to use them, and man, they made my whole life a whole lot easier then, and they are still making my life easier today. So I just want to say thank you, Whisker, for sending out this Litter-Robot Evo for me to check out. If you are interested in the Litter-Robot Evo, please check the links in the description, because I do have links for this, and I will have links as well to the other litter robot products that are available. If you have a dog even, or if you are looking for other things, they even have a feeder robot. They have a lot of different products to help your pets and help their lives. So feel free to check out their website as well. I will have a link to that. And no matter what you're going through day by day, I hope you have a great day. I hope you give this video a like and sub to my channel and check out my content on Android stuff, because I have a lot of it. But more than any of that, I hope you have a great day, and I hope you have an incredible week.